I'll try to eat like 4 or 5 meals a day, but like.
How if you like show us your daily routine on like your meals and your
Meals?
gym,
Okay, so
and your like workout routines.
okay, so let's start with meals first. So meal one, like I'll have like I'll try to eat like 4 or 5 meals a day, but like when I say a meal, it doesn't have to be like a huge meal, you know. Like when I say a meal, it doesn't have to be like a huge meal, you know. It could be like
Just a small
bar
snack.
a protein bar is I consider a protein bar as like a small meal. Yeah, so it's like one of my meals. I just space it out around because like it's healthier to do that. It's better for protein synthesis if you space out your meals, like instead of just eating a huge serving in one go. Personally, I think it's better to space it out. It's better for craving too, and also so like better digested too.
You don't
For
also
me, yeah.
get you also don't get hungry in the middle of the
Yeah,
day.
you also don't really get hungry because you have like a steady intake of food.
And then you also
Okay,
don't
so
stretch your stomach.
yeah, you like you don't feel bloated. Okay, you eat like so much in one go, and you don't eat. Keep it like you can try fasting. Fasting works for most people because obviously fasting makes you eat lesser, kan? Because if you are constricted to a time period, kan? It works because you know at the end of the day, surprise, surprise, caloric deficit. See, it's the same thing. It's the same concept every single time. Okay, so
continuing with your meals.
yeah, going back to my meal. So in the morning, I'll have like French toast, sometimes scrambled egg and sausage, maybe, and like, but like most of the time French toast. So that's meal one. Meal two, I'll have rice and like chicken breast, but not the bad chicken breast, you know, the chopped up spiced chicken breast. Tastes really good for me actually.
Yeah, I do
Like
agree. I
like
like it
three eggs. Like sometimes if I'm at home, my mom will help me cook like a sunny side up egg, you know, with the yolk. You can like dig into the yolk and it'll melt out, and it goes very well with the rice and like spinach. Spinach tastes really good. Like with the proper spices, spinach can taste amazing. So that's my meal too. It tastes amazing for me.
And that's
Every
for
time
your
you eat
lunch.
it, like
And that's
yes,
for
for
your
my lunch. Yeah, and then
How about
my
your meal three?
third meal three.
About
So
like what
usually,
time is it? Because you said you eat 5
oh
times
yeah,
a
so
day.
like breakfast depends. If I have to wake up early, if I have to go to camp, then it's like meal one would be at 6 o'clock. But if I don't have camp, if it's a weekend or something, then meal one would be like around 9 or 10 whenever I wake up. Yeah, like
and then like second meal would be lunch.
second meal would be like
12 o'clock.
yeah, lunch.
1 o'clock?
Like I'll give it like 3 to 5 hours after
okay.
my first meal. Space it out maybe like
And how about like
I just
your
kind
meal
of listen to
then?
my body. Whenever I'm hungry, I'll have meal two.
How about your third meal then?
My third meal would be usually if I'm in camp, so like it'll be like around 3 to 4. But if I'm not in camp, I'll usually like maybe after my second meal to work out. After my first meal, I'll work out. But like usually my third meal could be like a protein shake or maybe like a protein bar.
So it's just a
Yeah,
small
maybe
snack
like
then.
yeah, small snack but like high in protein.
Okay.
And then my fourth meal would be dinner. My dinner, I'll have salmon, rice, asparagus, cherry tomato, something like that. It tastes really good too because like the salmon, you know, it's attached to the salmon skin. I put like a bit of salt, and it tastes really good. And the asparagus, grilled asparagus, tastes amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm getting hungry thinking about it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Because I'm on the detox right now.
Yeah.
I'm on the
Grilled
detox right
asparagus.
now. I can only drink protein shakes.
Oh, you're on a detox.
I'm on the
Okay,
detox. I'm a 5-day detox, and I just started today.
Yeah.
And I'm going well. And then you're making me very hungry.
Yeah. Well, I
Okay, by
don't
the
know
way,
about the
fifth
detox
meal?
thing, but
Fifth
yeah.
meal?
Okay, that's meal four. Meal five would be before bed. I would have Greek yogurt and like a banana, fruit, something like that. Just I would have like this brand of Greek yogurt called Chobani. It's relatively low in calories. It's quite filling too because it's dense and it'll fill up your stomach. Yeah.
Do you rotate your meals? Cause pasti kan gak mungkin every day you eat the same thing.
More or less, I actually do eat the same thing, but like it doesn't have to be like meal. Like instead of protein, maybe I could have like something but it's like somewhat like that, you know, like most of the time it's like that.
You can switch up like beef for dinner.
Yeah, maybe I can switch up with the steak for dinner. but the same calories like if I just have a piece of steak.
Then how if someone craves like nasi goreng?
Well, then just try to fit it into your diet. Like
So it
replace
means
one
you
of
need
your
to
meals.
just like cut
Yeah,
out
replace
a
with
few.
one of your meals with nasi goreng and see how much more calories is nasi goreng more than your whatever meal it is, and then just decrease it. Decrease. Let's say normally you eat like salmon and rice, and that's like let's say 700 calories. Nasi
500?
goreng, let's say 900 calories. So it's 200 more calories than your usual meal. And so maybe you skip the fifth meal. You don't eat the Greek yogurt at night because you're already consuming more calories, right? Maybe you skip the fifth meal,
Yes.
so like the day evens out, kind of.
Okay, okay.
So like that, you can do that.
So that's pretty much your.
But obviously,
daily
it's not optimal because like the nutrients, the micronutrients, the protein is higher in your salmon, rice, plus Greek yogurt as opposed to nasi goreng. And but if you really crave it, that is the best way to approach it, rather than just like try to fit in Greek yogurt, still like eat religiously, like oh protein shake, whatever. I have to eat protein shake after I work out. It's just gonna like accumulate more calories, and then you're gonna have like 800 excess calories, and you're gonna get fat, and you're wondering why. That's exactly why. You eat nasi goreng and then you don't take account to that you eat nasi goreng, just continue the same thing, you know.
So
You
that's
have to
your
compensate.
so that's your meals. How about your workout
Oh,
routine?
my workout routine.
Yeah.
So I like to do the push pull leg split.
Push
So,
pull leg split.
push,
That's
yeah.
that's the most normal split, right?
Yeah, so like-
what's
like-
push, what's pull, what leg? Because
Push.
normal people won't.
Yeah, chest, shoulders, triceps.
Chest,
Pull,
shoulder, triceps.
back, rear delts, biceps, and then legs, just like hamstring, glutes, quads, calves. Yeah, just and then like I would suggest like take a rest day every 3 days or 4 days like that. Or
So
like
you do
can-
like
yeah.
every three days straight, and then you take 1 day rest, and then 3
Yeah,
days
something
straight.
like that. But before I used to like a year ago I used to just go like 7 days a week non-stop to push pull legs every time like that, and then the last like push pull legs arms, I would do that, or push pull legs arms, shoulders, and abs or something like that. Yeah, it could work for some people, but like it won't last you long. Eventually you feel like you under recover, and then you'll break down and you'll feel like your lifts are going down and all that. I would advise taking a rest day, especially if you're not a beginner anymore. You train hard. You need to take a rest day because the harder you train, the more damage you cause. The more damage you cause, the more recovery you need. So you need to take a rest day. If you train like kind of like just lift weights, toy around, you can lift every single day, but that's not optimal because you need to train intense. Intense is, to me, like a lot of people have different approach to training, but for me, intensity is the most important. And volume is important too because it's okay, total volume, total sets and all that per week. That's volume. Volume is important, but there's always a fine line of volume you need to follow, because the more volume you do, it's just overtraining. There's like an adequate amount of volume. It still varies from person to person, but rough estimate like 20 hard sets a week per muscle group is